everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of TVG Talk. My name is Paco Trevino, and as always, I'm joined by Lauro Chapa.
Hey guys.
And so today we'll be talking about the online tournament that Nintendo made for Mario Tennis Aces, which basically boils down to an online demo of the game. We got a chance to play it all the way throughout the weekend, try the new gameplay, the new power-ups, and some of the new characters that are going to be playable in the game. So we'll be going through the gameplay, the graphics, the characters, and we'll give you our thoughts on what we will on what are basically our first impressions of the game, basically. So Lauro, to start with you, what did you think about the game in a general sense?
I thought the game was pretty solid. I actually went with not the best of expectations because as I was showing how the game developed and how they explained some of the mechanics of the game, I thought that this game was going to be really gimmicky and not really competitive in a sense. And when I saw that it had the mode where the simple mode is called, where nothing happens and there's no powers, I was like, oh, so I'm probably gonna be playing that mode over the regular mode. It's standard mode, it's called. But well, the demo only had the standard mode, so I had to play that. But as a good surprise, I was met that the game is actually really competitive. There's no random elements to the mechanics or broken power-ups or things like that that don't make up a competitive game, so I was really pleased with that.
Yeah, I was not surprised, but I was, pleased with the fact that it's basically what Mario Tennis was kind of missing for it to be competitive, which is it doesn't have a single random factor to it. You have your different sort of racket movements, which it's 4 buttons, and you also have the 2 power-ups, which are the slow time and the I don't remember what they called it this time, but basically the Ultra Smash from the Wii U game. But now it's through power meter rather than randomly, you kind of get it. So yeah, I felt that it was very, very well balanced. It did take some getting used to for me, but yeah, the expectations were met, so to speak. Now let's get to more details of the game. First off, what did you think about the game visually, like the graphics, the UI, etc.?
Visually, it looks pretty good. I mean, I think I don't have any issues in there. It looks much more creative than Ultra Smash, for example. It looks really clean and with all different colors and lights and everything. It looks really good.
Yeah, I really like how, I mentioned you this, that I really like how Mario games now have a very, a consistent look to them. If you look at 3D World, at Odyssey, at Mario Kart, and now Mario Tennis, they look very similar between them to the point where, they are consistent. You see the same characters in a similar light, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And another thing that I really liked, like you were saying, unlike Ultra Smash, there's a lot of variety. Now, you only get to play on one level, but the fact that the floor changes depending on what character you're playing as, that's already very, very cool.
Right.
Now I guess that we're cheating a little bit, but did you see the stages of that are sort of promised throughout the trailers?
Sure. I mean, they look like your regular different Mario levels, but now in tennis stages. And yeah, they look really good.
Yeah, I really like them, and something that I really like about the new aesthetic is that they don't seem to limit themselves to, okay, let's make a sort of a tennis what do you call it, a tennis stage, but you know, it's going to have different elements to it. It's going to be made of different materials depending on the place, which is something that even in power tennis, for example, they always would keep a certain aesthetic, and now they are more freeform with it, and I really like that. So going back to the online tournament, the demo, what do you think about the servers and the way that it like played and interacted with other players?
I mean, the servers itself, I think they were really wonky. I sometimes like started out with a good connection with someone else, and along the match it became worse. Or sometimes like when you were paired with someone, it said that you had a good connection with them, but then you actually started the match and it was not true. You actually had like one bar or something like that. So if Nintendo's trying to charge for their online service pretty soon, actually, so I think that this is going to worry a lot of people.
Yeah, I really thought that they were bad, like straight up bad, because the input lag on some of those matches was awful. And I don't think it was me, because, you know, playing with you other games, like, sure, there's some slowdown here and there, but overall, a relatively smooth experience. But playing with all these other people and having this insane input lag really felt like the game is not ready to have online implemented to it, and it comes out in like a week, so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really dislike that. While I did like the tournament scenario that they put on you, like you have like 5 matches or so. If you win them all consecutively, you win.
Yeah, however, it was a cool online experience.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. However, I did not like at all the fact that we couldn't play together. We tried to play, like we have each other as friends on the Switch, and we could not play with each other.
I kind of understand it because it's like the demo, but I mean, I would hope that in the real game we can. I mean, it's Nintendo, so you never know, right? But
right.
I'm gonna pass it because it's a demo.
Yeah, like it's less of a sin since it's a demo, but like just a couple of weeks ago we were playing the Blaze Blue demo, and we could do exactly that. We could play together. So yeah, the fact that we couldn't do that here does stick out, even more so that we had the Blaze Blue demo so little ago. However, like you were saying, if it's just a demo, it's fine, but if I'm not mistaken, Ultra Smash was actually a game where you could not play with your friends. So we have like 2 chances for Camelot to put online friends, and they've missed both marks.
I mean, is Ultra Smash even a game though?
Yeah, it's like a paid alpha, right?
Right. And besides, it's not like it's Camelot's fault. Nintendo does this all the time. Like in Splatoon, you cannot play in the same team as your friends if you're just playing it casually.
Well, you can, but what you can't do is just be 2 of you. Like there has to be 4 of you, right?
No, you actually can't. If you want to play like regular Turf War Splatoon on the same team as your friend, you cannot do it. I mean, you can randomly be paired with them or be in the same match as them, but not control having yourself in the same team.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely a missed opportunity, you know. Like, maybe at the beginning of every match, ask you if you want to be on the same team or another team.
Of course you want to be on the same team, like... But
no, yeah. Like maybe you are competitive. I don't know. Like maybe you want to compete with your friend rather than play on the same team. I don't know. I mean, I do see people playing against each other rather than with one another. But hey, at the very least, you can do that on Salmon Run, where sure, based on Nintendo's past, you could very well not play with your friends, based on other experiences. But anyway. So yeah, this is something that does stick out, but like you're saying, Nintendo does have a precedent for not having a robust set of online features on their games. What was another thing that I wanted to address? Now, what characters were you able to unlock?
All the characters.
All the characters. Oh, that's very cool because
Yeah.
I only got all the way to Spike. I
Okay.
was missing Rosalina and Chain Chomp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to play with everyone that I unlocked. I have to say, I really liked how they feel different. Like they do feel very different. They do affect your gameplay quite a bit. I wanna
Sure.
believe that they're balanced. But yeah, like it's pretty cool how they manage to make it very like the personality of every character does shine through their gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, I did notice that they were not balanced at all. Chain Chomp and Rosalina were clearly like top tiers in the game. I don't know if they will balance them out after. But yeah, I did notice that they didn't bother to balance them out really.
Okay, so yeah, let's hope that they are then nerfed when the game comes out. I did play with a bunch of Rosalinas. I don't know, I didn't notice them being all that overpowered. However, Chain Chomp, I did feel like he was really big and strong, and like, I don't know, I felt like he didn't have to move all that much to be able to hit the ball. Like, he was just centered and he could move a little bit to the sides and that'll be it. So yeah, now how would you describe the gameplay of Rosalina and Chain Chomp now that you did uncover them?
Well, Rosalina is... I don't remember if she's tricky, but she could do the trick shots really, really good, and that is kind of a broken mechanic on the game. Like, trick shots are one of the best shots in the game, and having a character that can do them really well kind of unbalance the game. Whereas Chain Chomp could do, as you were saying, like he covers a lot of ground, and besides that, I don't know what the move is called, but the one that you do with the right stick, the dash attack, I guess, or dash movement, I don't know what's called, covers much more space. Like, you're gonna go very far with it with Chain Chomp, so, and besides he shoots really fast and powerful, so yeah, those are them.
Yeah, like it's a fast Bowser or something.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So, now that you came back a little bit to the power-ups, I wanted to say something that, thinking about Mario Tennis Power, what was it?
Mario Power Tennis,
I guess. Mario Power Tennis. Thank you. You remember that you had like two superpowers, where one was to be able to catch the ball when it was really far from you, and the other one was to hit it really hard.
Yeah.
I see that here they managed to reincorporate those powers, but they made them in a way that it feels more fair and kind of neutral, I guess.
Definitely.
It's excuse me, go on.
Yeah, it kind of feels like something that your character does naturally instead of being an automatic point or something like that.
Right, like it feels justified. Like if you have this meter and your character, kind of has that power to jump all the way through the field, or to slide across or something, like it feels more justified than, oh, he used up the power up, so he has that safe.
No, and besides that, like in Mario Power Tennis, if you had that ability, it was like 90% or so chance that you were going to score, because I believe that first you use it and the other player, I think, if he managed to catch it, it would render them dizzy, so you had like a free shot. Whereas in here, you can, if you have enough meter, you can very easily stop the shot. You just, well, not very easily. I mean, you can go and catch it. You just have to time it really well.
Right.
So yeah, there's this element of skill that comes with that, rather than just giving the points when you have the power up.
Yeah, and besides, for example, you could use the right stick power.
Yeah.
And you could do it wrong. Like
Sure.
there's still skill required.
Uh-huh.
And with the super shot or whatever it's called, you could also fail that. Like I remember the first time that I did it, that I did an out.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? I can fail this? So I learned to actually aim it correctly. Because you could just, fly the ball across the field and not get a single point for your wasted power up or whatever.
Definitely.
So yeah, all of this, along with the fact that we will apparently have RPG elements and an actual plot, makes me think that this is going to be potentially the very best Mario Tennis that we've seen yet, which is something that I couldn't say about the recent Mario Sports.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm honestly really excited for this game. I do think that this will be my multiplayer game of the summer.
Right.
So how do you feel about the game overall?
I mean, yeah, I also think that this might be the best Mario Tennis, because everybody knows that the best one still was Mario Tennis 64, because Power Tennis was too, I mean, it had too many of those random elements and unbalanced things to the game, and Ultra Smash was like just this big demo, and yeah, I mean, the RPG elements really add more value to that $60 price tag. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really good game.
Yeah, it has everything that Ultra Smash needed, because very clearly this is made upon the template of Ultra Smash.
Sure.
So what I feel is like, Ultra Smash was a very solid game that had pretty much nothing to it. And here, like, okay, we have that solid foundation. Let's actually, build upon it and make it a complete game. It reminds me of when King of Fighters 12 came out, and then they did 13, where like 12 looked pretty cool and had some cool mechanics, but was missing a lot of stuff. And then 13 came out, and it was amazing. So it reminds me a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you like to bring any other points about Mario Tennis Aces?
No, I just hope, the online is pretty stable, because I think that's where a lot of people are gonna spend their time on the game after they finish, the story, and maybe play a couple matches with their buddies, but they're gonna want to have solid online.
Yeah, absolutely. Multiplayer games have their life, so to speak, extended quite a lot if they have online. I do plan to play a lot of couch multiplayer with my family. Especially, my parents really like the tennis games on like Wii Sports and whatnot, so I think that they will enjoy this. And I also am looking forward to the plot and the story of the RPG elements. Like a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I played Mario Tennis for the Game Boy on the 3DS. And it was pretty crazy how, it has this huge system that the home console games never had. So, yeah, like something like that on the Switch, I think would be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
No, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that's it for me too. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. Did you try out the demo? What do you think about it? The online features, the gameplay, the graphics, the characters, everything. I mean, this was a pretty meaty demo, I'd say, for an online demo. Well, that's it for us guys for now. This is Paco Trevino, and today I was joined by Laura Chapa.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Until next time, bye bye guys.